Imagine waking up one morning to find an entire village gone. No signs of struggle, no farewell, no footprints in the snow. Just empty homes, cold meals, and a silence that feels almost alive. This isn't a movie plot. This is a real mystery from the icy lands of northern Canada. A story that has haunted historians, police officers, and locals for nearly a century. This is the unsolved disappearance of the Anjikuni village, and what you're about to hear may change how you see reality itself. Anjikuni Lake, a remote, frozen expanse nestled deep in the Canadian tundra. Few dared venture this far, but for the Inuit community who called it home, this place offered peace, tradition, and a life tied closely to nature. They lived in modest homes, hunted caribou, and fished the icy waters. Stories passed from one elder to another around warm fires. Life here was isolated but steady. Until the winter of 1930. On a bitterly cold day in November, a seasoned fur trapper named Joe Labelle made his way to the village. He had visited before, he knew the people well. But this time, something felt off. There was no sound, no laughter, no barking dogs. The smoke that usually drifted from chimneys was absent. As he stepped into the village, the silence grew deafening. Joe knocked on doors, no answer. He entered the homes, one by one. Meals were still on tables, untouched. Personal belongings were left behind. Guns, supplies, even warm clothes. Fires had burned out. But not recently, days ago, perhaps longer. The strangest part? Not a single sign of struggle or panic. No blood. No mess. Just absence. Terrified, Joe raced to the nearest telegraph station and contacted the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Days later, officers arrived and began an official investigation. Their findings only deepened the mystery. Sled dogs were discovered, dead, starved and frozen, despite being well fed and vital to the villagers. Several graves in the cemetery had been dug up from the inside. Search parties scoured the forests and lake for weeks. But there were no footprints, no sled tracks, no broken ice. The entire community, men, women, children, had vanished as if into thin air. The Mounties were baffled. The story reached newspapers and became legends almost overnight. But there was still no answer.
What could have caused such a disappearance? Some believe the villagers left voluntarily, but why leave everything behind?